communities that are fully broken and demolished.
Oh,
and
no,
he's
no. I'm
spreading the
not
good
telling you that
news of
I didn't say anything
the
about it being
Father.
fully broken. I'm saying Jesus actually enjoyed like orgies. That's why he built this church there.
That most have you ever do you have common sense, or are you just spewing stuff?
Since I actually have empirical data and
Okay.
knowledge.
I don't
And
think
to
that you
be
have.
fair,
If you look at
like to be completely
historians,
fair, the Bible
yeah.
isn't real, so none of this shit actually matters. But if you actually look at the Bible and
Okay,
how
to
it
be
lines,
fair, for you to appear on a platform that has 800 people viewing it,
we
and
have
you look at
normally more than
historians that are
800 people.
atheist, agnostic, that don't believe in the Bible, they do not believe that Jesus was the Son of God, they do not believe that he was buried or resurrected, not one of them conclusion unless you take a very small minority of people who take the Bible out of context and who say ridiculous stuff like that. Like, it's hard for me to even engage in a conversation with you if you're saying that Jesus had butt sex with his disciples. That's disgusting. It's disgraceful. And I
I
hope that
mean,
you
I
come
know
to
it
a
hurt
point
your
in your life
feelings,
where you
but
no longer say
it
stuff
hurt
like
your
that on your
feelings, but
life.
it's literally in the Bible. Would
Okay.
you like for me to walk you through it?
Yes, you can walk me through it. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, John, when I walk you through this, I need you to like not crash out on me because it's going to make you feel uncomfortable. All right. And I'm going to give you the Bible verses. I'm going to tell you like how it connects. And then I'll put everything on the screen and I'll show you. But John, I need you to just promise that me showing you like the Bible, I'm going to actually pull up the Bible and show you this stuff. And I just need you not to crash out. Can you agree to that one? If I show it to you
There
in the
have been
Bible, do you agree not to
historians that
crash
have
out?
studied the Bible throughout our entire lifetimes and our past lifetimes that have never reached the conclusion or general disciples. This is the most insane take. You can have these theories. Jesus created a church in a place that had orgies. What the hell? That is.
John, you're not
Do you hear
answering the
how stupid
question.
that is?
John, you're not
You
answering
have
the question.
religious trauma that you need to get past.
I don't. You
I'm
do.
sorry for your
John, you're crashing, bud, because like you don't have. Look, I'll give you another one that's gonna really make you crash out. God is pro incest.
God is pro incest. Okay, well, the first people from Adam and Eve, there had to have been incest for anyone to have existed. So if you're saying that he's pro incest in terms of in order for us to exist today, that's pro incest, then sure, he's pro incest. But that's not my term of what incest means in today's
he was
culture.
pro incest. There's two major events in the Bible, two monumental events in the Bible where he decided to go with incest.
Before there was sin in the world, there was no such thing as incest. Incest is a cultural term that we have developed
in the world. There's after sin was in the world due to what the Bible says.
Okay, so he's pro incest. He has gay sex. What other theories do you hold within the Bible?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
Listen.
Yes.
Okay,
John. That's disgusting.
Can you answer my question so we can move forward with this? I just need to know if I pull out the Bible and I show you the actual like verses and show you where it happened and all this stuff, are you still going to crash out or can you be an adult?
I'm not going to crash out from ridiculous takes that I don't even hold any value to.
I'm not talking about ridiculous takes.
Opinion?
I'm talking about you seeing this in the Bible.
Why would I have been engaged with philosophers that are well known within communities? I've been engaged with people who are atheists. I've been engaged with people who are apologetics, and I have never once heard this claim. For you to come up here and sit on your platform and say that we should have open borders, that
you're just making shit up, John. I didn't say any of that shit.
Wait, you said that. Do you think that we should have open borders?
I don't give a shit about borders. I've never advocated for open borders.
Okay.
Now you're just making shit up.
Pull up the verses. Yes, I've heard you say that to a previous caller.
You've never heard me say I'm advocating for open borders. You're making shit up. Like I've never said that. I don't give a fuck about borders.
Someone deliberately asked you if we should have closed borders, and you said that we should not have closed borders.
No, and someone might have said our border is closed, and I said our border isn't closed. If someone said, should we have like borders, I said the same. I know for a fact that I've said the same thing that I just said to you, because if people want to come here, let them come. I don't care. Literally, I don't give a fuck.
You want me to come up on your platform and respect
I didn't
your
want you to
opinion
come
when
up
you're
here.
saying
You
that you
wanted to
don't give
come up
a
here.
F about something that has very detrimental costs to our
Yeah, hold on
society.
one
If we
second,
had
John.
open borders
John,
and you
hold
don't
on.
give an F,
Stop. FYI, guys, I got
please.
it. Okay, it's starting to lag, but I know how to fix it. Don't go anywhere. You're gonna lag out for like 2 seconds, and then you'll be right back. So just hold tight, John. Give me like 2 seconds, okay? Okay, we should be back. John, can you hear me? John, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
can.
Yeah, no. It was like my Wi-Fi. I'm traveling and it's been having issues. Anyway, all right. I'll get you the verses. I wasn't done with the thank yous, but just hold tight for just 2 seconds, okay? And wait, can you? I just need to know. Can you agree that me showing you this, you're not going to crash out?
I'm saying that the evidence you provide is not going to be reasonable enough for me to crash out because I think it is utterly
You crashed
stupid what
out
you're
just
saying.
from the claims.
Because it's disgusting. I've been engaged with people who were so anti-Christian from religious trauma who would never even have the authority or position or sense of, I don't even know what's like, you have this arrogance about you that everyone else is wrong besides you. And it's
No,
just like, it's
there's
just so
people that are
evident.
way smarter than
It's
me.
so evident.
I defer to smarter
It's
people
so
than me.
evident that you think that you are constantly being targeted within the United States because of the position that you
You're
are in.
projecting
You
now,
think that
Bubba.
other people, you think that
You're
other
literally
religions,
projecting.
other races, other races are constantly targeting
You're
you.
projecting. Like
That is not the case.
it's the funniest shit
You,
about all this,
that
John.
is,
And not only did I grow up Southern Baptist, but
oh, so
when I
religious
became an
trauma.
adult, no,
Religious
I don't
trauma.
have religious trauma. Like that's the funniest shit about all
Okay.
this.
Like,
All this,
I was
John,
like,
is you have religious trauma. You're crashing out because my issue is with organized religion, and it's just how it's been weaponized to harm people. And that wasn't from my experience. That was from me actually learning more. So, anywho, don't worry. I'm gonna finish these thank yous, and then we're gonna get going. And I'll give you all the proof. W's in the chat for Jay for the $2 donation. Jay, I didn't do shit. Like I said, I read one thing, and he's been doing that ever since. You can't put that one on me. W's in the chat for Garrett for the $5 donation. And these people all have the same annoying voices, and they're so sensitive. They are so sensitive. W's in the chat for Manders for the $1 donation. Stop, Manders. Wait. I'll get there, but no, I'm not going to say that right now. W's in the chat for Jay for the $2 donation. No, that's not on me. No, Jay.
how much longer is this? Because it's late where I'm currently am.
No,
I'm not in the
just
US, so
W's in the chat for Jared for the $1 donation. Yep. I got it. All right, guys. If anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read it out. One last thing, John, and this is just because you wouldn't actually agree to this, and it's fine. You don't have to agree to it, but I do want to let you know that I'm not going to mute you anymore. I expect you to handle yourself as an adult, right?
yeah.
But
When you say
I
claims
don't
and I
necessarily
utterly
have
refute them,
faith that I don't have faith of a mustard seed that you are going to actually not crash out. So we have a special thing for people like you. And the special thing is called the Christian Crash Out Fund, right? FYI, I'm just going to put this out here to start because I'm not going to do like the weird stuff and like the back and forth or whatever. So the chat will be responsible for whether you get to stay or go. All you have to do is just not crash out. All right. So let's start with, let me pull the actual
well, let me
verses
just
up.
say something. Let me say something before
Sure,
we
go ahead.
start.
It'll
It will
give me
take
a
like
minute
10
to pull up the
seconds.
stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So imagine someone targeting something and that you truly believe in, and I would literally die for my religion in Jesus Christ, and you come up here, and I've talked with people who are atheists who do not believe in Jesus, and they would not have the authority or the even, I don't even know, like common sense to say that Jesus was having gay sex. Jesus is the most influential person throughout the entire history of the world.
I don't know.
And you were
Zoran
sitting up
Mandan,
here
he's giving him
disgracing
a run for
his name. You were disgracing his name. And you're saying that you don't have a problem with religion, but it seems like you do. If you're disgracing the most influential man of the entire world who people have died for in his name, you're coming up here and you're spreading false, blatantly false information about him. So yes, I am going to get agitated when you say stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. Like when I tell you, I legitimately, I don't care. I mean, you can get like, you know, your panties in a bunch all you want now, because we got the Christian crash out fund. But I'm just letting you know, like, you can get mad at me, but you can't get mad at the truth. So I'm gonna actually put this on the screen. Let me get these verses, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about it.
I'd actually be infinity people who have studied the Bible each and every day, who are not Christians. I would say that less than 1% of people would agree with you on the fact that Jesus was having gay sex with his disciples. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. I would never say that about another religion. That first of all, if another religion was doing something I didn't agree with, I would still feel ashamed to call it out. I would never in my right mind call out another religion for something that's not even true within it to make it seem bad. That's like crazy to me.
I mean, I hear you. Hey, which version of the Bible do you prefer? Do you want King James? Are you okay with NIV? Like, what do you want?
I usually read ESV, but I don't care.
Okay, we'll do King James. I like reading like I'm, you know, in olden times. All right. Let me get both of these versions set. Where's King James? King James. There it is. King James version. All right. So I'm going to put this on the screen. FYI, guys, we have the Crash Out Fund. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. And I'm going to be on... Ryan. Give me a second, John. Ryan. Right now? I'm waiting for Ryan. Where's Ryan? Ryan, right now? Where's Ryan? I mean, God damn it. I don't see her. Where's she at? Wait, where's she at? Wait, she said now? Wait, I don't see her message. She replied, where? Hold on. Okay, I see. You guys better not be lying. Mods, did she say now? All right. So John, I'm gonna give you the verses. And then we'll go from there. But John, one thing that I also want to mention before I give you the verses, I do want to let you know that Jesus was a black communist that loved butt sex. W's in the chat for Ryan. I didn't even get to... I like literally... This is what Ryan said. Ryan said, not in the mood for this guy, LOL. 150. I literally just looked up. I was pulling up the verses. I didn't even get to talk about Bathsheba washing feet. I didn't get to talk about none of it. Ryan said, I'm not in the mood for this guy. God damn it. That was in the chat for Ryan. I should have waited to put that up. God damn it, I should have waited to put that up. Damn it. We didn't even get out the blocks. He crashed the fuck out. Holy shit. We didn't even get out the blocks, chat. We didn't even get to the... God damn it. All right. You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. W's in the chat for Ryan. There's more that came in, like Miss Bellicella. Miss Bellicella sent 50. 50. W's in chat for Miss Bellicella. Ex-Catholic here. Reading comprehension helps me to see the hypocrisy. No trauma. Also, people who killed Jesus wrote the book you worship there, John. You guys really were not here for him today. W's in the chat for Garrett for the 1. Garrett was trying to keep him up. W's in the chat for Rocky for the 5. Says, so John admits that his religion causes trauma because Christians weaponize the Bible. W's in the chat for Sophia for the 1. Sophia said, can I get some sources on Mary being a child? I love to read some, have some ammo to cite. Yeah, I'll check with Jeff. And get that actual information. Santana install. I didn't install shit. I was literally, you talking about stalling? Like I literally, you fuck out of here. You said I was stalling. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna show you what I was doing. You said I was stalling. Stall these nuts in your mouth. I hadn't even looked at it. I'll show you exactly what I was doing. So I was getting everything prepped, and I was asking which Bible version that he wanted. We have 2 Samuel's 11, which is the King James version that has the information about Uriah and the affair, and then like the washing of the feet. Then I had John 13 ready, which was like Jesus and how that works. And then I also had the information ready to talk about Caesarea Philippi, where the orgies occur, and then also talk about songs of songs 5:3. Like I literally. You boom, and I said.
Honestly, I got lost in the sauce because he was crashing out about calling you a disgrace. And saying that you were doing
and so I have to set it up so everyone can see at the same time. So like that's just bullshit. saying that I was stalling. I have no reason to stall. I've told this a million times. Like I've gone through this one a million times. But you were already in the request,
I guess that,
right?
Oh, yeah. I guess that and the whole as this Republican, the evangelicalism. Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you like to tell me why today you still support Donald Timothy Trump, July 28, 2026, or is there something specific on the background that you'd like to start with?
So let's go with Roe v. Wade. In the overturning of it, he was the one who put forth those justices that allowed for the overturning of Roe v. Wade, and it has less to do with abortion itself and more to do with the application of states' rights. Because now, after that being overturned, each state has the right to impose as much restriction as abortion as they want, or as little as they like, right? It's up to the
keep going. Tell me about state rights.
No, it's a bit. No,
I don't give a fuck about the bit. You shouldn't have done that.
Yes, yeah, and I don't actually hold these beliefs. Honestly, it was more so me trying to. I saw a bunch of neo-libertarian phalangists trying to.
I don't care about the reason.
I'm like, you know what? Let me try to find something that might actually make sense. Because
go ahead. The floor is yours. I just
contradictory.
Let's go ahead and debate how that actually connects to states' rights. I'm confused. Autonomy, which do you know who Lee Atwater is?
Please inform me.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
No.
FYI, you're really gonna see this one through. So while you try to connect like neo-libertarian phalangism, I'm gonna have you explain to me why states' rights is a good thing at all. Trigger warning. Trigger warning to everyone who is watching. This is gonna be hard on the ears. I'm just letting everyone know, if you've never heard me read Lee Atwater's 1981 speech, it is going to be hard on the ears, and I'm going to say all the words, so I am just giving everyone a trigger warning. Lee Atwater, right, was a Republican strategist. He was someone that actually worked in I think, the Reagan administration. He gave a
I apologize.
All right.
I'm just walking downstairs.
No, all good.
Yes.
So this is from Lee Atwater's 1981 speech, where he was talking about states' rights. You start out in 1954 saying nigger
it then.
Sure.
I would love to hear that.
Question for you: if there's a system, well, racism, right? Racism is a complete system, right? People for some reason try to separate racism into.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree with the idea that racism is a system, because if you want to look at the clear definition of racism,
if you're leaning on definitions, you are way off. But what does the ism? What does the ism stand for in racism?
I don't know.
System. Isms they're systems. Let me take a whole step back for you. Who created race?
Who created race? I would say, well, I'm a Christian, so I would say Jesus created people, and then throughout people moving through different parts of the world, they got darker, or they got lighter, depending on where they went and where they lived. I don't think do you mean just race as like cultures, or do you mean race as like color?
Take one more step back. I'm sorry, I should have started with it. What is race?
What is race? I would say it's just a way to like group people, maybe based on like certain traits, or like certain certain historical. I don't know. Like you could say it's just a way to group
actually
people.
If you're guessing, you're right there. You're like really close. You're really close.
Okay.
Race is a social construct, right? It's based off of socially acceptable groupings of phenotype, right? It was created for the othering of non-white people to create a free and cheap labor class. And as Sala would say, there's always structuring and maintenance of said hierarchy in a multitude of ways. We can talk about that in a minute, but the true purpose of creating race was to justify chattel slavery. Chattel slavery was that creation of the free and cheap labor class. Prior to race, when people were enslaved, they were enslaved based off of being indentured servitude. Mm-hmm. They were enslaved based off of like their nationality or war, all this other stuff. After the creation of race, people became enslaved based off of their phenotype. And not only were they enslaved based off of their phenotype, but they were put into slavery where not only were they slaves, but their children were slaves, and their children's were slaves. And they used those black bodies for capitals. And those systems still exist today to completely disenfranchise. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, when you talk about those systems, the reason why, I bring that up in the sense of like understanding the holistic view, it's because there's so many like factors of it that all make up the one thing. But if you take a look at the root of it, it's always to actually uphold whiteness, and upholding whiteness is done through white supremacy.
I would respectfully disagree with that. And so I see the connect that you're trying to make here. You're trying to say that overall historical disparities still affect us today. And so for you could use an example.
No. I'm not saying historical disparities still affect us today. I'm saying that, did you hear me say the part about like maintenance and structuring?
Well, wouldn't that still apply to today?
Yeah, like that means like it's not something historical that like there's remnants of the historical. I'm saying that since the creation of race, it's been like different version updates. Your iPhone gets a new update. Racism continues to get updates to make sure that it's prevalent and up to date.
I do not deny that racism is still happening today, but I disagree with the idea that it's embedded in all of our social systems and structures. And okay. I'll give you an example. So basically, to counteract this is what I was talking about. For example, something like redlining. Mm-hmm. There have been multiple. I'll start with this one, but there have been different sort of programs to sort of counteract something like historical racism that some people still think have an effect on today. For example, the Fair Housing Act that prohibits discrimination by direct providers of housing, such as landlords and real estate companies, as well as other entities, such as, I can't say this word, it's like municipal, yes, municipalities, banks, or other lending institutions and homeowners insurance companies whose discriminatory practices make housing unavailable to persons because of race or color, religion, sex, national origin, family status, or disability.
No, I hear you. Like
So-
you can, yeah. I was about to say you don't have to keep reading the whole thing. God, I agree with
Right.
what you're saying as far as that passing of it. But go ahead and finish your point with that.
Well, my point is to say that I disagree with the idea that you have complete 100 empirical evidence.
No. I was talking about just like the redlining part. Right. Stay right there because I.
Oh, no. I'm saying going back to your claim to say that racism-ism.
No. I want you to stay with the. Did you have anything else to add to that redlining portion? Because I have
no. That was. I'm sorry. That was just a microcosm to like.
Okay.
So overall, what I'm saying
is it your assertion to say that like things that have historically disenfranchised, like non-white peoples, i.e., redlining, have been resolved because now there's legislation put in place to stop redlining?
I would say, well, two things. One, I would say I said this to sort of counteract.
No, I know what you're trying to counteract, but I want you to be where your feet are. I'm specifically talking about the example that you gave and the information that you gave with redlining. Are you saying that since the actual legislation, Fair Housing Act has been put in place, that counteracts, the issue of redlining?
The idea of redlining? Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Can you tell me when was the last time that Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Navy Federal Credit Union were all successfully sued for redlining?
No clue.
2025 and 2026.
Okay.
I call those three out because those are three of the largest banks, not only in the U.S. but in the world, and they have, as of this year, I can't remember which one of the three. I think it's Wells Fargo or either Navy Federal. I can look it up if you want me to. But one of them actually just settled their massive redlining lawsuit this year. The point being is just because there's laws and legislations that are put in place does not stop the actual practice and the implications that occur from things like redlining, right? And redlining is more than just like the financial burden. Redlining is what state do you live in without,
I live in Ohio.
You live in Ohio. Have you ever been to Atlanta?
No. Oh, no, that's not true. Yes, I have been to Atlanta.
Have you ever drove on I-20? Big highway down in Atlanta. It's a bunch of traffic. It kind of really sucks.
Does it go right by the airport?
Yeah, you can get to the airport from 20.
Yes, I believe so. Yes, I went on a mission trip.
Got it. Did you think the traffic sucked in Atlanta?
I actually have no recollection of the traffic, but I can only assume, considering it was a major city, that the traffic probably did suck.
Okay, yeah. The reason why the traffic is so bad in Atlanta is literally because of redlining, and in the sense that the city planner, the way that Atlanta was set up was specifically to ensure that Black people did not have access in order to get around to the major areas, the downtown areas where they were trying to keep heavily condensed white, right? And so the way that they mapped out I-20 and the infrastructure around the entire city was specifically to keep separation and segregation in place, right?
When was this enacted?
When they built the highways.
Do you have any? I can look it up, but do you have any idea?
As far as when the date was, I'm just telling you, like when the highways were built.
Well, because I'm saying the point of me asking that is because this would just go back to my point that
I'm not done. Also, I'm sure if you were there on a mission trip, I'm sure you don't know what MARTA is, but MARTA is their actual busing system, right? And the reason why the busing system takes the current route that it takes is literally due to redlining. They set up the actual the system to ensure that it didn't allow Black people to get access to certain areas in the city. And so even today, the routes that the MARTA bus takes exclude certain areas. Now, they did all of this to try to prevent white flight, white people leaving from like the downtown areas. And so they tried to keep black people on the outskirts of Atlanta, and they tried to keep white people in the city portions of Atlanta. The funny thing about that is white people left the city portions and moved out to like Sandy Springs and all this other shit, and black people then like more so condensed, and that's why you see such a massive black population in like Fulton County and all this other stuff. And so when you talk about like the actual setup and the fact that the MARTA bus system doesn't run out to certain areas outside of the skirts of Lithonia and like all this other stuff when it comes to Atlanta, it's literally because they did not want black people being able to get from those areas to the downtown areas, and it's all redlining. And this is just the example in Atlanta. You can look at Chicago, you can look at DC, you can look at any major metropolitan area that has massive infrastructure, and they were all done the same way. And that's rooted in systematic racism, which is a part of just racism.
Okay. So I looked it up and I asked, when was this enacted? And it said between 30s and 60s, just as like a general answer. And so the reason why I asked when this was enacted is important because this is me arguing your whole point about racism and how you said ism is a system.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so the reason why it's enacted is important because it was enacted close to 100 years ago. And so what I'm trying to get to is I certainly think racism was prevalent throughout systems and just in general and in everyday life back then. But now,
quick question,
yes.
Quick question. Was MARTA set up 100 years ago? The actual current bus routes that are taken today on MARTA, were those enacted 100 years ago?
But can you straight line to the bus routes being mapped out as just straight racist? Or is this how the...
Oh, no. Like the actual politicians that advocated for the actual construction, and then i.e. the actual implementation of MARTA. Like, this is a big topic. This is why, like, people in Atlanta have been fighting this whole MARTA topic for a long time. But politicians have actually... Funny thing about politicians and, like, white people specifically, and even more so white people in the South, they just say the shit and they write it down. But they openly advocated against providing these actual routes that would give access to black people to certain areas. Like the politicians are actually on record saying it.
Okay, well, I would just like to ask, if you don't mind, could I see some evidence for the politicians arguing for that? And then could you show me how that would point to necessarily racism? If you don't.
Well, wait. I've already told you how it points to racism.
No. For the MARTA bus routes. And
right,
like
I've already told you, because the bus routes are specifically mapped out to keep black people from being able to access certain areas of the city by using public transit.
By using public transit?
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Well, okay, I guess I was confused then, because I still don't understand how that is, specifically racism. I don't know how because I feel like you're jumping from... it sounds a lot like correlation, not necessarily causation.
No, it sounds that way because, like, I've been trying to give you bits and pieces and not like taking you through the entire steep history of race and racism. Like, I've been trying to give you examples to point to certain scenarios without taking you through like history of like the creation of race until today. I think what the big issue is that you're coming from a lens of thinking that like this thing doesn't exist or is not real, or you disagree with it.
No, not necessarily.
But without the actual understanding, like you literally, like I literally just gave you more information about what race is. And so
yes,
I'm going to finish my sentence though.
Okay, go ahead.
The issue is that you sitting here saying that, oh, it's correlation, but you don't know any of this stuff based off of like what I'm telling you, and then what you're able to do a quick Google search on. I can understand why you think that, because you don't know the stuff. You haven't done any reading, you haven't done any studying.
You're right.
Yes. That's why you're saying that. So I'm trying to give you like direct examples that you can look at, but I mean, I don't think that you're going to be able to see the big picture without going to learn these things for yourself.
I can absolutely, you're absolutely right. I agree. I have a certain lack of knowledge and understanding when it comes to certain policies or like certain like measures that politicians take. You're right. I have a very, very like shallow understanding when it comes to that. However, another thing I don't understand
Is
is how you can
definitions
draw
descriptive or prescriptive?
descriptive.
Okay, so how
Well,
beneficial do you think?
can I just finish my
Wait,
point?
wait, because I do want to say this because you keep saying definition. I don't give a fuck about the definition. Like the definition of racism doesn't do anything for me.
Well, then we have a disconnect because if you want to say that
we have a disconnect because you don't understand the functionality.
Well, no, because if you literally have to use the word as it is made for, and then plug it in to whatever you're trying to.
How do we get definitions?
Okay, let me just finish. Let me finish.
No. I need, and then I'll let you say whatever you got to say because I got to pull up this other stuff anyway. Okay. Definitions. How do we get definitions?
We get them, I would say, by like a collective answer. Like we all say, what does this mean? Yes, but I also think words have meaning before words have meaning before the collective.
No. Stop. The way that definitions are created, they're based off of how people are currently using the word. That's it.
No, because you cannot literally just change a word with the tide. That is absolutely not true. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Which are you using? Merriam-Webster?
Yes, this is Merriam-Webster.
Okay.
Merriam-Webster. Is it okay if I?
No, just hold 1 second.
Sorry, I'm really trying to be cordial. I like debates and I get like rowdy, but I'm really trying to be cordial here.
Sorry. Why does this keep popping up? Accept all. Damn it, this is gonna make me bring up the PDF. Give me a second here.
I mean, it's just.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Okay.
I want to make sure that I get to, because this is 20 pages, but let me get to the right part that I want to share with you.
What are you looking up again? I'm sorry.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. So far that they wish the Air Force to be. Oh, okay. Here. Perfect. Let me make this bigger. So this is from Merriam-Webster. Do you know what I think it's pronounced God damn, I can't even pronounce the word. Fuck that. So what words are added to the dictionary, right? They're literally the people that put the words in the dictionary. And with the people that put the words in the dictionary, they have at the very beginning of making the decision of the words that are being placed in the dictionary. So this is from Merriam-Webster, and this talks about how like they go about adding the words from the dictionary. There's a whole bunch of stuff here that talk about the methodology. It says such an approach might be a little bit of be of little consequence if used merely as a methodology rule of thumb, but it has apparently been strengthened in some quarters to serve as the citation by which wait, hold on, is that the right part? Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Inquiry is conducted to act so as to instruct investigators how they should proceed insofar as that they wish their efforts to be treated with respect. So the actual methodology that they're talking about is how they actually
Can you scroll
go
up
about
again? I can't read that. I can't read that fast. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm reading as well. Thank you. A little bit more. I'm sorry. Okay, perfect. Service criterions improve the data acts so as instructing us how they should proceed insofar as they wish their efforts to be treated with respect. John Haynes characters more sophisticated ways to find out less and less. These are characterized sounds quite insane, which is a case that the reader hasn't noticed quality about it. I'll try to leave it into relief before I proceed. Okay.
Yeah. So the point that I'm trying to get across is like the way that they go about it. I think it's pronounced ichronatic. Fuck it, I can't say the word. Anyway, it's like the board of people that make the decisions as far as what the words are that go into the dictionaries. And so the people that actually put the words in the dictionary, they do it based off of how the words are being used at the time. That's why stuff like that. Have you ever heard the word fat? PHT?
Yes.
Did you know that's in the dictionary? Lexicographers. Yeah, shit.
Like PHT meaning like cool, like they used it in the 80s or whatnot.
Yeah. People
but that's
started
like
using
that's completely separate than the actual word that is fat, right?
Well, the point that I'm trying to get to is the word fat was added to the dictionary. It's literally in the dictionary now because of the way that people were using the word. That's how words actually work.
But that has nothing to do with a word that has already existed. That's just a completely different word. Like, for example, Riz, we've been using that so much in like the last 3 years, it was actually added to the dictionary. There was never a previous word for Riz. There was just this completely different thing.
Okay, 1 second. All right. Couple of words that have changed over time due to the actual usage of the words that existed, and they updated them in the actual dictionary include nice, awful, silly, meat, bully, girl. When you talk about nice, it used to mean foolish or arrogant, and now it means kind and pleasant. When you talk about awful, it used to mean inspiring, wonder or full of awe. Now it means bad. When you talk about silly, it used to mean happy, blessed, or fortunate. Now it means foolish. And I can go on and on and on. These actual like words are in Merriam-Webster's. They used to be in Merriam-Webster. They've changed over time, and it's all based off of how they were being used. So the point that I'm telling you, and Merriam-Webster actually puts, Merriam-Webster even publishes like words that they like. This is a fun here, let me put this on the screen. It's a fun thing that they like to publish, which is like words that have changed over time, and they give more information about the words that have changed over time and how that actually looks. So, I mean, the point that I'm really trying to drill home for you is saying that just because you know the definition of a word does not mean that you know the functionality of the word. Here's 15 words that used to mean something different.
What do you mean?
Right?
Can you explain can you explain that just a little bit more?
Yeah, I can. Actually, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 18.
You're 18?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever taken calculus?
Yes.
Okay. Are you extremely proficient in calculus?
Not at all.
Oh, okay. Do me
That's
a favor.
like math is like Math is like my worst subject.
Okay.
But I was also, as another thing, I was homeschooled growing up, so I don't know if that counts for anything.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Do me a favor. Go look up the definition of calculus really quick, please.
All right. Okay. Would you like me to read it, or?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Calculus is a branch of mathematics that studies continuous change in motion, focusing on two main parts: differential calculus and integral calculus. It helps us understand how things grow, move, and change in real time.
Okay, read it one more time.
Okay. Do you want me to read slowly? Sorry.
No. Just read it one more time.
Okay. Calculus is a branch of mathematics that studies continuous change in motion, focusing on two main parts: differential calculus and integral calculus. It helps us understand how things grow, move, and change in real time.
Okay. Keep the definition in front of you. Okay?
Perfect.
Ready?
Yep.
Solve this.
I absolutely cannot.
Why can't you use the definition to solve this?
Well, because it's not giving me the tools to solve it. It's just telling me what it is.
Yeah, but it's calculus. I mean, like if you understand how something works based off of the definition, then by reading the definition of calculus, you should be able to do calculus, right?
I don't know. Because
if it was as simple as using definitions, then using definitions should tell us exactly how to do the thing, right?
Well, no, not necessarily, because I'm using the definition of calculus to, it'd be more something like this. I'm using the definition of calculus to identify when I see a calculus, like a calculus question for the same reason. And I can equivocate that to, I'm using the definition of racism to figure out where racism is. That doesn't necessarily mean that any disparity or any outcome is
like
racist. I can use the definition of racism to be like, okay, that is a prejudice, discrimination directed against other people.
Yeah. So, and the point that I'm trying to drill home, right? And FYI, for anyone who's watching and didn't hear me, the debate that I did another surrounded with Officer Brandon Tatum.
I also saw you with Dave Rubin, by the way.
Oh yeah, he got cooked. This one is going to be worse.
Yeah, he got. I'm sorry. I love those surrounded. He was probably the worst.
Oh no. This one with Officer Tatum is going to be worse. He didn't know shit.
When is that coming out? Or are you not allowed to say?
But that was actually the claim that I was going to make. I was going to make the claim that black people can't be racist. And then I was going to, of course, he was going to try to give the definition. And then I had the actual math equation that I just put on the screen written out on my notebook. And I had planned on holding up and tell him, like, I was going to give him the definition of calculus. And then I'm trying to get to, right, is that just because you know that you understand the functionality and what it truly looks like. And so when you don't like truly understand the functionality and what it looks like, then you get people who try to use like these things in a way that they don't belong, they don't fit, and it's just not accurate. You said
that's not the point of what I was trying to say.
Wait. You said you're 18, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you know who LeBron James is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So apparently LeBron James is racist. But this is not me saying this. This is Donald Trump saying this. Take a listen.
Yep.
Today it was announced LeBron James has decided that he wants his next LeBron versus Michael Jordan as the best ever.
Well, Michael Jordan's a guy that's a friend of mine. Play golf with him. He's a really good guy. And I think LeBron is, maybe he's a racist, but maybe he doesn't like Trump. I don't know. But I only like people that like me. So I would say Michael Jordan all the way.
So With that being said, right, racism, the definition is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism against other people because of their race, ethnicity, based on beliefs that their race is superior. Based off of the definition, if Donald Trump is saying that LeBron James has this prejudice against him and just doesn't like him because he's orange, then I guess LeBron James is racist, right?
I don't necessarily understand the whole context of the situation. I just think I don't know
What's
why.
the definition?
I don't even know. I don't even know how those
definition of racism and versus what Trump just said about why LeBron James is racist.
Well, I disagree with the idea that LeBron hates Donald Trump because he's orange. I'm pretty sure LeBron.
I don't care, but like by the definition, if you apply the definition and then look at the reason what like Donald Trump is saying, then by the definition of what racism is, then he's right.
What?
Yeah.
What? Not at all. You have no evidence to suggest that LeBron James hates Donald Trump because of the fact that he's orange. LeBron James probably hates Donald Trump for the same reason a lot of people hate Donald Trump. He doesn't. I mean,
that could be true. But again, you said that you can use the definition to identify what racism is, and so Donald Trump, by his logic, can use the definition of racism to identify that LeBron James is racist.
There is no you cannot point to any prejudice or discrimination that LeBron James has for Donald Trump because of the fact that he's orange or white or anything. It has nothing to do with that. You have no evidence to suggest
LeBron James
otherwise.
Supported the black lady and didn't support the orange man, so obviously he liked the black woman and
that could have been for his own personal preference. I actually think hold on. I actually think you're doing LeBron.
You using a definition, Bob. I don't agree with what Donald Trump said. I don't agree with what Donald Trump said. I know that LeBron James is. I know that LeBron James isn't racist because black people can't be racist. The point that I'm calling out is if you look at the definition and if you put it in context of what Donald Trump is saying, then the definition could apply based off of what Donald Trump is saying. Could apply based off of the definition. That's why it's so important to understand the functionality. That's why it's so important to understand how financial racism works. It's so important to understand how medical racism works. It's so important to understand how educational racism, race and racism, the fact that white people continue to be the majority. Hey, when Irish people came, when when Irish people came to the United States, were they white?
Like ethnically or like by their color?
Were they classified in the United States as white?
Probably not. They were very scrutinized during the
But are they white now? Irish people are absolutely classified as white today. What about Italian people? When Italian people came to the United States, were they classified as white?
I'm going to figure that out really quick.
No, I need you to answer this question because this is the same one. Irish people, when Italian people came to the United States, were they classified as white?
No.
They're classified as white now.
You used your calculus example, and you said, how can you use that definition to figure out calculus? I disagree with that. That's not the reason why I looked up the definition. I looked at the definition of racism to use it to identify it where I see racism. Using the definition for calculus, I wasn't, even within your own example, I looked up the definition of calculus not to figure out how to solve calculus, but how to identify calculus. The only reason I'm looking up the only reason I'm looking up,
wait.
I just have one more thing. One more.
No,
thing.
what you're saying is fair. I'm
I'm
agreeing with you. What you're saying is fair. Say the part one more for what again?
By using the strict definition.
Okay. To identify which is which, right?
No, not
or
which
to
is
identify. I'm sorry. No, yeah. I apologize. I missaid that. Okay.
No, you're good.
Perfect. Let's try this one more time. Do me a favor. Go back to yeah.
Got it.
Are you there?
No. Okay, I'm there.
Okay. Perfect. One more time. Read the definition for me.
Calculus is a branch of mathematics that studies continuous change in motion. Its two main parts are differential calculus, which looks at rates of change and slopes, and integral calculus, which looks at the accumulation of quantities and areas under curves.
Okay, now tell me one more time what you said you're using the definition for.
To identify it and see it.
Okay, so you have the definition, and so like you can use the definition now to actually identify and see what calculus is, right?
Hypothetically, yes. Okay, I don't know if I can, but hypothetically you could.
Perfect.
That doesn't change. Like, this is the whole Charlie Kirk debate.
You're fine.
Is this a dolphin fetus, or is this
okay. Tell me which one of these two pictures. Use the definition and tell me which one of these two pictures are calculus.
Probably the top one.
Why not the bottom one?
Because
read the definition.
Because I can clearly identify that is simply just a car.
Read the definition again.
Calculus is a branch of mathematics that studies continuous change in motion. Its two main parts are differential calculus and integral calculus.
Okay, so why is the top one calculus and not the bottom one calculus?
Because
the other screen. Sorry, I didn't get to show you guys the second picture. Let me put this over here. I'm sorry. Go ahead and give me the answer.
Because it fulfills the definition.
Oh, both of them fulfill the definition.
Like it's a car?
You just don't understand that both of them actually fulfill the definition. And that's the point that I'm making.
But that's me. I said hypothetically somebody could. If somebody was to look at it deeper, that doesn't change what I still said. That's just me.
Wait, why did you not? Why is it that you, looking at the definition, did not have the ability to determine?
Because I didn't look at it. Because I didn't look at it for longer than 5 seconds. Because if I would have looked at, because I didn't look at it for longer than 5 seconds. That's why.
I think that's the first bad faith statement that you made.
No, because literally I gained clarification after I was like, oh wait, this also talks about.
After I pointed it out, right?
No, you just said both of them are, and I said, well, actually, it could be. And then I thought about it for longer than I did.
Exactly. After I pointed it out, and then you started thinking about it, and then you saw how the actual definition connected, right?
Right. But how does this point back to what you were saying? I still don't understand.
The way that it points back is that if you lean on a definition and you think the definition is how you determine a thing, then you don't understand the thing because it can be applied in certain ways where you lack the understanding. That's why saying the definition of racism is how you identify racism does a disservice to what racism actually is. You don't have an actual background, deeper understanding or knowledge of race or racism.
You don't need to have a deeper background and knowledge of what racism is to look at the word racism, look at its definition, and then see it in other places. The problem with a certain amount of people is they look at the definition, they internalize it too much, and then they change the definition around, and then they see it everywhere. If it was the case where people were just looking at the definition of the word, it wouldn't be an issue. And they would be like, oh wait, maybe that isn't prejudice against me because of my color. That's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Give me so racism is prejudice against other people because of their race or ethnicity.
Hold on, let me get the
based off of the belief that one's own race is superior, right?
Yes. Or racism is a belief, prejudice, or discrimination directed against people based off their race or ethnic background. Yes.
Okay. Tell me how black people can be racist towards white people.
As long as they believe that they're better than them because of the color of their skin, then they can be racist. According to the definition. I'm just trying to provide clarification.
Sure. So where's the prejudice that's existing in that situation?
Well, I can tell you right now, at my job, there are a certain number of black people.
I don't care about an example that you're trying to give. I want to know, in the definition, where is the actual prejudice in that?
What? Where's the prejudice in what?
Where's the prejudice in the actual black people being racist towards white people? Sorry, I was reading a message at the same time. Where's the prejudice in
systems people? Or just like in
people being racist towards white people?
You again, I asked you.
You said if they think that they're better than white people based off of the color of their skin, where's the prejudice in that?
Once again, I'm gonna have to ask for more clarification, because I tried to give you a real life example of that. I guess I can't give like an example.
I want you to tell me. I said, okay. Can black people be racist towards white people?
Absolutely.
How can they be racist towards white people?
Because they can discriminate against people based off of the color of their skin. That's
not what you said the first time.
According to the definition.
You said that if they think that they're better than white people because of their skin color. That's what you said.
Or that's the belief or the prejudice or the discrimination. That was another part of the definition. There's no point in all I'm trying to do is just get clarification here so I can answer your question to the best of my ability.
Your abilities are kindergarten level. That's the
They're
problem.
really not.
Literally. Who is Gomez Inez de Zerara?
I'm just trying to be.
Who is Gomez Inez de Zerara?
Who is it? Tell me.
No, I'm not. I'm not telling you anything else.
Y'all think these little skinny things finna... These skinny things not finna stick. We can act like it's on. Hey, come on. Where we gonna hide? Girl, why y'all keep opening this door? If the door keep coming here. If the door is barricaded, y'all cannot get in here unless y'all break it. We finna sleep in it. We finna closet. Like the police, you looking in the wrong spot. Right? Who baby laughing? Y'all gonna get us killed in GTA. Y'all, we need to put sleeping bags down. We gotta sleep in this room. I'm sleeping bag. You type in bag. In the closet. We finna sleep right here. I'm finna sleep out here. Oh no. Out in the open. Okay, where the clown at? Girl, get in this class. You don't go out there. Come on, where the clown? Clown, you supposed to come in here. We supposed to be running away from you. The police need to be outside. Why the police inside? Let's go. Who's shooting? Oh my God, y'all the monster. Oh no. Oh, run. Oh, I need to run. I need to get out this house. Oh my God. Where the car at? Who got their cars? Oh, I'm taking anybody's car. Come on, who got a van? Oh, the monster. Oh, I'm leaving, y'all. Wait, somebody car not going. Oh my God, y'all, we out of gas. Oh, we gotta go. We out of gas. Who car is this? Let us in your car. Go drive. Drive. Why you not driving? You need to drive. Oh my gosh. What y'all saying in the chat? We almost at 20K. Oh yeah. Oh my God. He can't drive. Oh my gosh. Go. We need to hide somewhere. The police ain't even arresting nobody. Just there. Where's a place we can hide? This a hiding place? Girl, you cannot hide in no arcade. Oh no, go to the other one. What y'all said in the chat? How I don't like y'all? What y'all talking about? I don't even know what y'all saying in the chat because I'm not looking on them. We role playing right now. Okay, I'm gonna add y'all back. But at the same time, the questions y'all asking, my moderators is in the chat so they can answer the questions. They said try under the bridge. Where's she taking me? Is she the kidnapper? By the Ferris wheel? Oh, go to the carnival. Who driving? Oh, where's she taking me? No. Go. Whatever. Go up this hill. Go up. No. Go up the hill. No. Go. Give me out her car. What's up here? Girl, what's up here? Oh, wow. Oh, I'm finna hide right here. What color is my... This is black. We hide it up here. Yeah, I don't know if she took me. I friended everybody back. Y'all just gotta find me. I don't know where I'm at. Wait, who just tried to give me a shoulder rod? Girl. No.
They're not. They're completely two different words. They have two completely different spellings. Do charisma and Riz have two different spellings?
Yep.
Okay, great. So they're two different words, but we can see how some two different words can have similar meanings. They are two different words.
I disagree with the idea that I came. I'm gonna leave, but I just went on this. I disagree with the idea that I came in armed.
No.
I just wanted to use
hold on. 1 second.
Oh my gosh! Can I please? Can I just say one more thing?
Wait. I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to leave. This is what I want to do, because Sean has been fighting to get up here, and Sean, you're just not gonna make it. But how about this? I want you to have the actual, like, lay out your argument using your definition, and I'm going to let you actually have that out with Ari, right? Now, while you're having that out with Ari, I'm going to do this. Chat, hey, so if you guys don't know, Ari runs a book club, right? And book club is every month. She has a Discord, and the cool thing that Ari does is even with the books that she gives away of the book that they're reading for the month, right? So she comes out of her own pocket and she pays for the books with the book club. The book club has been exploding, and now she also gives the option of not only a physical copy of the book, but also a audible copy of the book. And Ari pays for that herself, right? Ari pays for that herself. But it's been really cool this month. We've been doing some really awesome stuff. But Ari was like, the other day on her live, and being a nerd, you know, Ari's like, oh, I would love to give away 20. That's how Ari sounds in my head. I would love to give away 20 books, but I don't know if we can give away 20 books this month. And I was like, nah, do that shit. She was like, well, maybe 15. I was like, nah, do that shit. So this is what I want to do. We're going to go ahead and open up a bounty. But the bounty is going to be specifically for book club. And the bounty will go to book club, and we will ensure that Ari can give away those 20 books this month for book club. So chat, you know what to do. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you. And sorry, YouTube, it has to go through the pay links. Go ahead and if you want them up out the paint, go ahead and do that. And everything that you guys donate will be going to book club to make sure these nerds get their books. Ari, Jojo, floor is yours.
I'm cracking up because he copied me verbatim, because that's exactly what I said.
I want to give away 20 books.
Yo, you're so annoying, dude.
Okay. Once again, I think I stated at the beginning of me coming on here, I said I agree. I don't have, a deep knowledge when it comes to like some of the topics that surround racism. Yes. However, me looking up the definition of racism is completely genuine because I wanted to provide some sort of clarification on a word, on this word specifically, because if I could sort of get some clarification on that, I thought we could continue the argument in good faith, and I thought we could also continue the argument by having the same understanding of what this word means. And if we have the same understanding of what this word means, we can identify it, and we could say it happens here and it doesn't happen here. But now you're telling me, no, don't look at the definition. The definition changed. Okay, so if the definition is changing and the definition has changed, then where am I supposed to look at for the actual definition?
One, I want to iterate to you came to a debate. This is not an educational space. This is a place for debate. So you do have to come.
Of the word. So I'm like, okay, now what do I even do? Because you're right. I don't. Then we can identify it here. We can see it here. We can't see it.
You can't because you don't have enough information. The definition doesn't tell you enough information.
But I have enough. But I have the definition of the word, and I feel like
you don't.
And I felt like that would be sufficient. But now you're saying no, it's not even. You can't even use the definition.
No, because you don't. The definition doesn't give you enough information. That's why I don't care about it. Right? Because you can't tell me what are the necessary tools and mechanisms to be racist. Right? Just like you can't do it with a toaster. You look up the definition of toaster. It literally just says something that makes toast. You can't tell me the necessary tools and mechanisms that make toast. My car, I live in the state of Texas. If I put a freaking piece of bread on my car right now, that would qualify as a toaster under the dictionary definition. Because I put it on there, it heated up, it crisped it, and now I got toast. The sidewalk would also qualify because it is hot as hell.
Well, as a human being, we have all of the tools and mechanisms to be racist.
No, we don't.
Yes, we absolutely do.
No, establish that.
We might disagree with this because are you a
Establish that
Christian?
with a source.
Are you a Christian?
No, I don't give a fuck about your fake God.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's fine. I'm saying there's a disconnect.
Ari's lying.
Because
She believes in Jeebus.
As a Christian.
Hey, Jojo, don't let Ari gaslight you. She loves Jeebus. It's something about the name Jeebus. It is the sweetest name that Ari has ever known.
As a Christian, I believe that human nature is evil.
Listen, I don't care for you the proselytizing about your rape God. I really don't care, because your God's cool with rape. But I digress.
Evidence, proof. Please.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 22 verses 28 through 29. We're not going to have a Christianity debate anyway.
Well, I mean, if you're going to make the claim and not back it up.
Well, because you started appealing to your rape God now.
No,
about racism, and that doesn't look good for you,
right? And I disagree with the idea that he's a rapist.
Why would your fucking God create a construct that enslaves people based on race?
He's also he's also an incest God,
incest God, rape God, apparently racism God,
trap God.
Yeah, over here unaliving babies God and women and doing a whole G-sides.
The idea that God is pro-incest. What do you mean by pro-incest? Or is he
switch topics?
Well, no, because I was listening to the conversation before, and I just that was one of the things I wanted to get into. Obviously, we just didn't have any time. But by pro, you mean that he's sort of like saying, he go incest?
Yeah. He fucks with incest.
But in Leviticus 18, there's sexual relationships between close relatives are actually explicitly forbidden.
Yeah. He's a hypocrite.
The Bible condemns incest.
He's a hypocrite. Do as I say, not as I do. Because he gave us incest, and then he gave us the remix to incest.
What the fuck is Adam and Eve? How did they procreate? And how did their kids procreate? And how did bye.
And don't. God damn it! Who kicked him? Did he run? I didn't even get to play the music. Son of a. He ran. I didn't even get to play the music. I wanted to kick him so bad. God damn it.
I think because he saw the thank you. I think we got to stop putting up the thank you because it automatically gives it away.
I try to put it up so people will stop sending money because they'll just keep sending the shit. So.
Chat. If we just put down the banner, is that enough of a signal to you to stop? Because I think the ops are catching on to the thank you, and then that's